Hi everyone, Grant K for the Smoke Learning channel. In the previous videos on media management improvements, we looked at a range of updates including global and localized sorting in the media panel. These tools are incredibly useful for organizing and sorting the contents of the media panel so that you know where everything is. But in some cases, due to the volume of metadata or even eye fatigue, you can't find what you're looking for. So to help remedy this happening, the searching tools within the media panel have been greatly enhanced for Smoke 2017. Let's see how this works. So here we have a media panel with all different kinds of media. I've intentionally collapsed the folders so I can't see any media. This is obviously not a necessity. In order to do a basic name search, you click the text box next to the magnifying glass and type in a clip name or part of a clip name. When you press enter, the search results appear at the bottom of the media panel. So for quick searches, it's very simple. To clear the search, you can either click the X in the text box or the search results in the media panel. This is what you had in previous versions of Smoke. In Smoke 2017, if you needed to perform an advanced search, you click the magnifying glass. The default setting is to perform the name search like you did earlier. However, you can click on the criteria pull-down menu and choose to search by various different types of metadata. This includes time codes, reels, creation dates, resolutions, archive, and even cache status, to name a few. So let's say you want to see all the clips from a specific tape or reel. You select the tape criteria and type in the relevant tape name. Click the search button. There are the tape search results in the media panel. I would also like to point out that when you select the search results, you will see highlights appearing on various components, allowing you to track down their actual location if needed. Now there are quite a few extras when it comes to the advanced search. For example, call up the advanced search window again. After setting your metadata criteria, you can define a search function. You can look for clips based on their actual name, part of their name, different values, exceptions, or even a pattern. And if you are someone who really likes labeling clips grammatically, you can also choose to perform a case-sensitive search or not. So if you have an idea of what you're searching for, you enter in the data and off you go. But you do get circumstances where you might already have a clip containing the metadata that you'd like to use for the search. So for example, I'll select this clip. You could hold / and click on it for its information and write down what you're looking for, but that's quite a slow way to do it. All you need to do is select the clip and call up the advanced search. The first step is to decide which criteria you want to search for. Let's use the tape name example again. Next, you click Get Information from Selected Clip. The tape name from the selected clip will be loaded into the text box for the search. So the workflow is to choose your metadata criteria first and then load it from the selected clip. One other small function I'd like to highlight is that you can tell the advanced search to look through closed libraries if the option is enabled. In order to avoid any confusion, if you just collapsed a library, it is still open but the tree structure is collapsed. This will still be scanned by the advanced search. However, a closed library refers to a library that has been explicitly closed through the contextual menu in order to free up memory. This library icon is normally grayed out. So open libraries will always be scanned by the search. In order to include the closed libraries in the advanced search, you need to enable the option. Now when you click Search, the search results will be displayed at the bottom of the media panel. Lastly, you don't need to close the search results window straight away. You can close it if you want, but it should not be a disruption. The reason for leaving it open is that you have the current search enabled in the media panel. In other words, you have the ability to call up the contextual menu and refresh the specific search whenever you want. So the search results could be open and you're adding more clips and working with the application as usual. If you refresh the search again, It will show the original clips as well as any new clips that have been identified by the search. You don't need to set up the search every time to reperform the last search operation. So hopefully you'll be able to find everything you need regardless of the size of the project. This concludes the video series on the media management improvements for Smoke 2017. Be sure to check out the other videos covering the features, workflows and updates to Smoke 2017. Comments, feedback and suggestions are always welcome and appreciated. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to the Smoke Learning channel for future videos.